December 2025 brought a shock to Europe, a polar vortex plunging Arctic air from Finland to Portugal. Overnight, cities and countrysides alike were gripped by a cold so intense it felt almost otherworldly. The sudden arrival of this deep freeze caught millions off guard, transforming familiar landscapes into icy frontiers. Weather maps turned deep blue and purple as temperatures shattered records. Meteorologists scrambled to track the plummeting numbers, with some regions experiencing their coldest days in decades. The scale of the chill was unprecedented, stretching from the northernmost forests to the southern coasts. This isn't just another winter, it's a continent-wide test of survival. Streets once bustling with life now lay silent under thick blankets of snow, and rural villages found themselves isolated by impassable drifts. Wildlife, from insects to bears, faces a sudden life-or-death challenge. Many animals, unprepared for such a rapid change, must now fight for every meal and every moment of warmth. Nature's clockwork has been thrown off, forcing every creature to adapt overnight. Birds search desperately for food beneath the snow, while mammals dig for shelter, their routines upended by the relentless cold. The ground is iron hard, ponds are sealed with ice, and the air bites. Every breath turns to mist, and each step crunches on frozen earth, a reminder of the season's severity. This is more than a weather story. It's a story of resilience and struggle in every park, forest, and field. Across the continent, life is being tested in ways unseen for generations. As we turn up our heating, wildlife is pushed to its limits. While people seek comfort indoors, animals must rely on instinct and each other to survive the relentless cold. In the coming weeks, we'll witness both remarkable adaptation and heartbreaking loss. Some species will find ingenious ways to endure, while others may not survive the ordeal. This freeze is a powerful reminder of our world's interconnectedness. The same cold that chills our homes also shapes the fate of every living thing outside. By watching closely, we learn about nature's fragility and its strength. Each frosted leaf and every resilient animal tells a story of endurance and hope. Europe's deep freeze is a real-time lesson in survival, right outside our windows. It's a moment to reflect on our place in nature and the challenges faced by all who share this frozen continent. In Finland and Sweden, winter's deep freeze is familiar territory. Pine grosbeaks fluff up, elk rely on thick coats, and mountain hares don white camouflage. These animals are built for cold, but this polar vortex is testing even the hardiest. Young or inexperienced animals may struggle to find food beneath the ice. Predators like wolves and lynx adapt, but ripple effects touch every part of the ecosystem. The North's wildlife shows resilience, but even they have limits. This winter is a modern test of ancient survival strategies. In Spain and Portugal, the freeze is a brutal shock, arriving suddenly and transforming familiar landscapes into scenes of icy desolation. For regions accustomed to mild winters and gentle breezes, this cold snap feels like an intruder from another world. Mediterranean wildlife and plants, finely tuned to warmth and sunshine, are completely unprepared for these Arctic conditions. The sudden drop in temperature disrupts their natural rhythms, leaving them vulnerable and exposed. White storks and stone chats, usually thriving in these fields, now face desperate food shortages. The frozen ground locks away insects and worms, forcing birds to search tirelessly for any scraps of nourishment. Olive groves and citrus orchards, the pride of southern agriculture, risk losing entire harvests to the relentless frost. Farmers watch helplessly as their trees, heavy with fruit, are damaged overnight. Native plants, adapted to mild winters, are halted in their tracks. Growth stops abruptly, and delicate wildflowers that should be blooming are instead encased in ice, their survival uncertain. The Iberian lynx, already endangered, struggles as its main prey, rabbits, hide deep from the cold. Amphibians too risk freezing in shallow burrows, unable to escape the penetrating chill. Even a single night of deep frost can devastate crops and wildlife alike. Fields that once promised abundance are left barren, and animals must adapt quickly or perish. The South's delicate balance is shattered, and survival becomes a daily struggle. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, is tested by the relentless cold. This freeze is a biological shockwave, threatening species unaccustomed to such extremes. The suddenness of the event leaves little time for adaptation, putting entire populations at risk. The struggle for survival is immediate and severe. Animals huddle together for warmth, while birds forage desperately, braving the harshest winter weather they have ever known. Southern Europe is shivering, and its wildlife is paying the price. The freeze lingers, leaving a lasting mark on the land and its inhabitants, a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable power. Migratory birds are thrown into chaos by the freeze. Cranes, meant for Spanish wetlands, retreat north, burning precious energy. Many birds face starvation as their winter refuges freeze over. Waders like dunlin cluster desperately on rare, unfrozen ground. In the UK, local birds compete with continental migrants for dwindling food. The ripple effect is continent-wide, as birds scramble to survive. Predictable migration routes are upended, and many won't make it. The cold snap is a harsh test for Europe's avian travellers. In the heart of winter, when the land is locked in ice and snow, the search for food becomes a daily struggle for survival. Beneath the frozen surface, life slows to a crawl, and every creature must adapt or perish. With food locked beneath thick layers of ice and snow, animals face a desperate scramble, each day more challenging than the last. Wild boar, driven by hunger, root near human settlements, risking dangerous encounters with people and their dogs. The lure of discarded scraps and easier digging draws them ever closer to the edge of civilization, where the boundary between wild and human blurs. Red deer exhaust themselves scraping away snow with their hooves, searching for the smallest shoots of grass or buried plants. As the days grow colder and food becomes scarcer, the herd grows weaker, their energy reserves dwindling with each passing night. Predators like foxes and buzzards find hunting both easier and harder in these conditions. Prey animals are more exposed against the white landscape, but they are also fewer in number, making every successful hunt a rare victory. Beneath the ice, fish cluster in shrinking pockets of oxygen, making them vulnerable to skilled hunters like otters. Yet, these fish also face their own peril. As oxygen levels drop and the risk of mass die-offs increases with each frigid week. The weakest animals, whether old, very young, or sick, are most at risk. For them, the harsh winter is often a final test, as they struggle to keep up with the herd or find enough food to survive another day. Every meal is a battle, every day a test of endurance and willpower. The struggle for food is relentless, and only the most resourceful or fortunate will make it through to spring. The deep freeze reshapes the food chain from the forest floor to the frozen pond, forcing animals to change their habits, diets, and even territories in order to survive. Survival in this frozen world depends on adaptability, luck, and sheer resilience. Only those who can adjust to the ever-changing conditions stand a chance against the relentless cold. Across Europe, the hunt for food is a fight for life, a daily drama played out in silence beneath the snow, where every creature must battle the elements and each other to see another dawn. Plants can't flee the cold, but this freeze hit before many were ready. Crops like kale and leeks are ruined as their cells burst from frost. Farmers scramble to save what they can, but losses are heavy. In the wild, young saplings and evergreens suffer desiccation as frozen roots can't absorb water. The long-term impact could reshape forests and hedgerows for years. If buds are damaged, spring will bring fewer flowers and fruits, less food for pollinators and wildlife. The system's pause may be hard to restart. This freeze is a brutal interruption to nature's cycle. Every extreme event creates winners and losers. Species at the edge of their range, like the little egret, are hit hard as feeding grounds freeze. Scavengers and some predators thrive on the increased toll of the cold. The freeze acts as natural selection, favouring the strongest and best adapted. Some pests and diseases are knocked back, giving native plants and animals a break. The cold is a powerful force, reshaping populations and ecosystems. For some, it's a disaster. For others, an opportunity. Nature's balance is being reset in real time. Insects, the engines of ecosystems, face a severe test. Many hibernate as eggs, larvae, or adults, but this deep freeze penetrates further than usual. Populations may crash, leaving less food for birds and fewer pollinators in spring. Some insects, with natural antifreeze, will survive and even thrive. The freeze may reset the balance, reducing pests and invasive species. The fate of insects this winter will shape the health of Europe's ecosystems. Their survival is crucial for the entire food web. This cold snap is a turning point for the smallest, but most vital, creatures. This freeze is more than a weather event. It's a lesson in nature's vulnerability and resilience. By watching how wildlife copes, we learn how climate extremes shape our world. The data we gather now will help us protect species in an unpredictable future. Our own lives are tied to the fate of forests, crops, and pollinators. Protecting biodiversity is protecting ourselves. Let's pay attention, support conservation, and act wisely. This cold snap is a wake-up call. We are guardians of a fragile world.